All right, question 3. A 16 by 16 unit square is drawn on the graph below. Record its perimeter in the table. Remember, to calculate perimeter, we add up all four sides. So we can add up all 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. Otherwise, we can just do 16 times 4, too. And we get an answer of 64 is our perimeter there. All right, A. Starting at the designated corner of the original square right here, we're going to draw a new square with side lengths that are half as long. Record the perimeter in the table. So if it's half of 16, it's going to be 8. So let's draw a square that is 8 by 8, starting at that point here. All right, so we've got our square here. It's 8 by 8 by 8 by 8. So in order to calculate the perimeter, that's going to be 8 times 4, which is 32. Perfect. And now let's do the next square. It's going to be a 4 by 4 because, once again, we want half of 8. So it'll be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got our new square. So it's a 4 by 4. So my perimeter of that is going to be 4 times 4, which is 16. Perfect. And we're going to continue this till we get to the end. Hopefully you should notice something with this and a pattern that's happening. But let's keep going, drawing our squares. So my next one, we just had one that was 4. Half of 4 is 2. So this will be a 2 by 2 square right there. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. Okay, my next square is going to be a 1 by 1, which then would have a perimeter of 4. And my fifth one, it's going to be a half. A little tiny half a square there. If we want to calculate the perimeter of this one, it'd be just 4 times 1/2, which would be 2. So let's see if we can put this in exponential form here. So my initial value is 64. So we're going to have y equals 64. And what is it decreasing by? What's the decay factor? I've got to multiply this by what to get to 32? And if that's a little bit difficult for you, let's look at the bottom numbers. How do I get from 8 to 4? Is that half of it? Is it a third of it? What is it? And in fact, it is a half. So my multiplier is going to be a half. And then to what power? It'll be to the 0 power. Next, for number 1, y equals 64 to the 1/2. Since we multiplied that number by 1/2 now, 1 time to the first. Continuing, y equals 64 to the 1/2 squared. Go ahead and finish your table. In Socrative, I want you to give me the exponential form for this problem number 5. I'm sorry, for square number 5. What is the exponential form for that one? This is what I'm looking for on Socrative right now. So go ahead and pause the video, finish the table, and submit your answer. Awesome. Now that you've submitted that answer, I just want, once again, to pay attention to how we're putting this into Socrative. If your answer was wrong, this might be why. So your answer should be y equals 64. And then right away do a parenthesis. You don't need any multiplication. You don't need to shift 8 and put the asterisk there. Just quickly go y equals 64, parenthesis, 1/2, and this is 1/2, parenthesis, and then my exponent or my caret, that'd be shift 6, 4. And in this case, it would have been a 5 instead of that 4. You can also put in the decimal form if you'd prefer to do that. So I would have taken 1/2 or 0.5. So question B, what is the growth rate for this problem? Once again, the growth rate is what's inside of my parentheses. That's going to be 1/2. Question C, write an equation for the perimeter of the square number x. This is going to be my general equation. So it's going to look a lot like this exponential form up here, but it'll be using square number x. So go ahead pause the video, and submit that answer into Socrative. All right, next question D. Use your equation to determine the perimeter of square number 10. So then my equation y equals 64 1/2, and then it'll be to the 10th power. And once again, when you plug this into your calculator, let's just do it all in one step. So take 1/2 to the 10th power and then multiply it by 64. When we do all that, we get an answer of 0.063. Once again, I rounded to two numbers, two significant digits there. Next question, use your equation to determine the perimeter of square number 15. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Pause the video, then when you come back, the answer will be there. All right, so y equals 64 times 1/2 to the 15th power, since this is square number 15. I put my answer in scientific notation, 1.95 times 10 to the -3. Once again, I rounded to two decimal places here. For question F, I want you to work this one out and then submit that answer into Socrative. Go ahead and pause the video. After you're done with question F, go ahead and finish question G and submit this one into Socrative. So will the perimeter of a square ever reach 0, and explain your response? So go ahead and put that into Socrative. Once you're done with that, go ahead and complete number 4. Try to do question 4 on your own. I will post a video of me working out the problem, but try and do this one completely on your own, and then after you're done giving it a shot, then go back and see if you did your work correctly.